All right, so Krysten Ritter has addressed the rumors of her return potentially. And she did an interview with Screen Rant, and I wanted to go over this information here, just to see if she gives off any heads or tails of whether or not she may already be returning. But Krysten Ritter would love to join the MCU as Jessica Jones. Now, in the article here, it says there has been much anticipation of the possible return of the Marvel Netflix characters. In December, we broke the news that Charlie Cox would return in Spider-Man No Way Home in a limited capacity. It opened up the floodgates for others to potentially do the same. It didn't take long for the next report to follow, as there were rumors that Jessica Jones' Krysten Ritter might next appear in the next year's She-Hulk. Well, if Marvel Studios hopes to introduce the character of Jessica Jones into Marvel Cinematic Universe, it seems like Ritter would certainly be down to join any project. She shared her enthusiasm to return to the character in an interview with Screen Rant and shared her excitement about potentially returning as the character at some point if she was offered by Marvel Studios. Quote, she says, "I would absolutely just die to play Jessica again. I had the best time doing it, and I love her so much. I'm so proud of that character, not only because it was like a great role and she's such a badass, but the character has really resonated with people in a way that I don't know who else has. Really resonated with women and girls, trauma survivors. It's so big and such a thing I'm so grateful to have been a part of. So if there's even an opportunity for me to put on those boots, I will be there in a flash." And that is quote from Krysten Ritter. The actress is currently busy advertising Netflix Nightbook's horror film, which she's in. She-Hulk wrapped production some time ago, so if she'll appear, she may have already filmed a few scenes. There's also the question of what the future has in store for her character if she does end up joining. Disney Plus may become the new home for street-level heroes, and we might hopefully get an idea as the franchise expands. And that was actually an article written by Joseph Albert on Murphy's Multiverse, but the interview she gave was with Screen Rant. And I don't know, that last part I don't know if they put the street heroes on Disney Plus, they're gonna have to be. It's not gonna be like as hardcore as it was on Netflix. I will say Falcon and Winter Soldier went pretty hard. Even for a Disney Plus show, it was very mature, but it wasn't quite the level of how brutal Daredevil and Jessica Jones were. So I don't know exactly how they're gonna work that out. If it'll be maybe more so Hulu. But if they did bring them back to Disney Plus, it would be a little bit different. But the fact that she's down to do it, I don't think that's, that really surprises anyone. Now, I will say that She-Hulk did wrap production a while ago. And it's always possible. There were no set leaks or anything showing that Jessica Jones was on set. But they do have to do, just like with the movies, they do reshoots. So within those reshoots, she could be added in at that point. So that'll be interesting to see. That is where her character probably would fit in best. It seems like to me, especially after the Hawkeye trailer, that they are setting up the street level heroes on that end. And there was a report that came out that Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye would not be returning to the Avengers proper. So you guys have to forgive me, I have some congestion going on, but he would not be returning to the Avengers proper. So he's going to be like more of a street level hero, and he's going to be in that world, and I think they're going to use him to introduce a lot of characters in that world. So you never know who could pop up in his series. And then on to that, even the Echo series, like, they're establishing their heroes, and they may just have the Netflix characters not necessarily be main characters on that world. They may just have them come in and be supporting characters to new characters they want to introduce. But either way it goes, it looks like it's all in play. I know John Berthon's Punisher also spoke on it. And he's kind of moved on. He said he's either or. I'm sure he would come back and do it, but you know, as an actor, I'm sure he's just trying to keep himself busy and keep aspiring to do other projects and keep doing things and just keep his career going. So that, I mean, all of the people that were rumored when Netflix first closed, you know, Marvel TV first shut down all of the Netflix stuff, the rumor was Charlie Cox, Daredevil, Krysten Ritter's Jessica Jones, John Bernthal's Punisher, Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin. That was the main ones that were mentioned as far as returning. I mean, I would also like to see Elodie Young's Elektra return. I thought she was great in that role and could return. Also, you know, some of the supporting characters like Karen and Foggy, you might as well bring them back as well, you know, to at least pop up and show up and kind of have that continuity. From the Jessica Jones show, it really wasn't. I'm trying to think. A lot of her supporting characters I'm okay with. I would like to see David Tennant come back as the Purple Man. That's the other one. I know they kind of wrapped his story up, but if they wanted to retell or redo a different iteration of that, I'd love for him to come back as Purple Man. He was like one of the best villains they had. Yeah, I mean, that's from those shows. I mean, I would like to see Misty Knight come back, the actress that played Misty Knight. And I don't think they're going to be bringing back, what's her name from Iron Fist? Her name escapes me right now, but she's kind of moved on to bigger and better things already. And I believe she may be already in Shang-Chi as a different character. I have to check on that. But anyways, guys, let me know, how do you feel about Krysten Ritter's, you know, she's addressing the rumors of her coming back, and she's saying she would be down to do it. By her statement, that means that she hasn't been addressed to come back and that she hasn't been asked to come back, but that could be a good ploy for an actor to deny their involvement in any project as well. You guys got to realize that too. It's almost kind of like what Andrew Garfield tried to do with I Didn't Get a Call, but he just kind of kept going and got himself in the corner. But yeah, definitely let me know if you're excited, if you did like Jessica Jones. I know that was a polarizing show. Some liked it, some didn't. I liked it. I for what it was, you know. I think they did it well because of the you know, AKA theme to it, and it really kind of followed the comic book. It really kind of captured the comic book, and it would work as a standalone show if they were to bring it back. You could always have her tell her adventures like she was, but just have it a little bit more MCU based and more of a build up and tie-in for bigger things going on, but she could just kind of stay in her corner of the universe and just do what she does. So I like the adaptation of it. That was the other one, Trish Walker, the actress that played Trish Walker. You know, she could come back, and if I'm not mistaken, her character ended up on the raft at the end, which of course they never mentioned her being on the raft, but we'll have to see how this goes with the other movies if they ever say anything. But yeah, her character being on the raft could tie in if they wanted to continue the stories or if they just reboot it. But yeah, she would be one character from that show to bring back. The lady that played her name escapes me, Carrie-Anne Moss. Her character was cool because they kind of gender bent her, and that made it a little more interesting, you know, a little more dynamic as to where she was, if she was in a gray area or whatnot. But she could come back as well, but I doubt if they ever get her back because she's doing the Matrix now. So, but yeah, that's how I feel about the show, and I would love to see it return. I can't wait for Hawkeye and She-Hulk and Moon Knight and a lot of these shows to come so we can finally get some of these answers, guys. But let me know how you guys feel in the comment section. You know, you want her to come back, you don't want her to come back, you like the show, didn't like the show, let me know. And also, if you have a different idea for someone else that you want to play Jessica Jones if she did come back, let me know down in the comment section as well. All right, man, I'm out.